Chill. We saw yesterday the GameStop hearings. I noticed the Washington Post this morning gives it essentially zero play. What happens next after that testimony?
Well, first, I think Mr. Tenev, the CEO at Robinhood Markets, certainly apologized for the fact that they had inadequate collateral on deposit with their clearing firms and DTCC, the depository trust, which then put their customers in a bad position in the midst of a bubble. That was a key element. In terms of the equity market plumbing, I thought the hearing demonstrated that it worked as we expected it to. But I think Maxine Waters, our chairman of House Financial Services, is going to have additional capital markets hearings. And from the discussion yesterday, Tom, I think she'll focus on payment for order flow, also reassess short selling, what have been the changes since the 2004-2010 changes.
Congressman, how concerned are you about the environment, the broader environment that's led to this type of speculation, both the fact that people have money as well as the apparent lack of risk prompted by the Federal Reserve?
Well, let's start with that, which is zero interest rates and the Federal Reserve accommodative policy and household savings at the highest rate it's been in decades. This prompts people to reach out and take risks, just as you've been discussing the last few minutes. But the key thing for, I think, Robinhood investors are, we all know that investing is caveat emptor, but does Robinhood have the support for those new entrants to the investing market? Or they have the skills and communication on their platform to educate customers? I've been in this business for 4 decades, and the paternalistic aspect of coaching and monitoring accounts on margin, on the use of options, on small dollar stocks are all fundamental to retail investment brokerage. Is that really being adequately handled on an app-based platform like Robinhood? That was a key thing we talked about yesterday.
Brilliantly said from the gentleman from the Delta Bank and Trust Company. Lisa, what I think is so important here is this strange phrase, due diligence. In the old days, there was a respect for it. And then, to be honest, technology took over. How do you do due diligence given modern technology?
Well, and that's exactly what Congressman Hill was talking about, this paternalistic attitude, which is actually part of what the Robinhood crowd is rebelling against. And so that balance, how do you ensure that you give people access to this dynamism, to this explosion in asset prices that has been fueled by the environment that you're talking about, while giving them the correct due diligence? That's complicated.
Well, I think he should enhance his website. I asked him yesterday, does he have a call center? And the average Robinhood investor does not have someone to call during the business day. It's all done by email to their account. And that's inadequate in tough times. The call centers at Robinhood apparently are only granted to those with some extreme option approval by the firm. And I believe the CEO committed yesterday to much better consumer communication. And he made a comment about his consumer education on his platform. But look, we all know that granting someone margin, granting someone option authority is a tough job just to do by algorithm based on the boxes checked by a customer.